Ga, otherwise called Accra, has been the capital of the Ga ethnic state since about 1680. Before then, the capital of the powerful Ga kingdom was Ayawaso, located few miles inland, referred to by the Europeans as Great Accra. The city has also been the capital of Ghana since 1877. Dutch and British Accra, together called Gamashi, are the city's foremost historical areas, hosting the Usher and James Fords respectively. Bukom, where almost Ghana's entire world boxing champions have come from, and the much-visited Accra Lighthouse, originally built by the British in 1871 and replaced in 1930, are located here. August is a sacred month for the Ga people, as it marks the end of a year on their traditional calendar, occasioned by the annual Homowo festival. Homowo, which literally means hooting at hunger, is to celebrate the blessing of abundant harvest and also in remembrance of the famine that once happened in the history of the Ga in pre-colonial Ghana. The colorful and popular festival features many activities which include the traditional planting of millet, ban on drumming and noise making, as well as prayer and fasting. The Friday that precedes the main festival is a big day for all twins, Haji in Ga land.
Awon kolo bibi ansan nje sakumo choishi ishi agbeji awon kale inchu owo nu chumo inchu ohaji inchu osisa inchu osusuma.
My name is Dr. Elizabeth Ntojan. Currently I'm a family physician specialist at Homowo Teaching Hospital.
Zina Abujaudi. Yes, that's a Lebanese name.
The phenomenon of twin births in Ghana and the history of it is littered with many stories, beliefs, and mixed feelings.
We had a twin. One was we had A and B. When we do dictation, these people really have some special thing. Whatever exercise we do, the one in A, whatever she gets wrong, the same thing the one in B will get wrong. So we're like, so even though at times you want to do certain things behind their backs, you are careful because like hey, they might use their powers against you. But it was all fun.
People will come to my mom and they believe that when you have a dislocation of the arm or the leg, it's a twin mother who has to massage or who has to, yeah. So when we're growing up, I know a lot of people will come to her that they've had dislocation, their children, and she was doing it and the next minute they felt comfortable.
The Ga believes twins are a special gift, and for every such birth, there are corresponding spirits assigned to ensure their welfare on earth, for which the annual feast, Haji Ayeleyeli, is a must.
ka me gbabo agbere oba ha me nu na me ba nu oba ha me ni na me ba je ne ameka bo ba hishi.
Similar beliefs exist in other ethnicities like the Eba, where Zina, a twin's heritage, lies.
Where we come from, Bato, the Volta region, you know, they believe that the one who comes first is always the Kakra. The one who followed is the Penny. They believe that when you are going somewhere, the child takes the lead and the grown-up will be behind to watch. But in our case, because we were cross, we got out A and B. It's not difficult to tell who was, you know, but we had A and we had B. So I became the Penny and then she was the Kakra.
If you get one egg being fertilized by one sperm, becomes identical twins. But if you have two eggs being fertilized by two different sperms, then you're going to have unidentical twins. If the division happens such that the development has advanced, then you're going to get what we call the Siamese twins, conjoint, because most of the organs would have been formed at that time, and then some of their parts will be joined together. So basically, it is an egg being fertilized by a sperm. Depends on when the division takes place. If you're lucky, you get two eggs being fertilized by two different sperms, then you have unidentical twins forming.
Regardless of the science and beliefs, the birth of twins brings joy and unique shared experiences to many families and amongst loved ones.
My mommy's village till now, people don't even know her name. Everybody call her Vena, you know, twin mother, Ata mother. So that's also something unique about having twins. She was also happy because anytime she go out with us, you know, she become a center of attraction. Everybody look at you, hey, twins, you know, and the excitement you feel, you have a special kind of feeling because you are going out with twins, your daughters, and everybody is looking at them, excited to see them because they fascinate humanity.
When people even deliver singletons, it's a whole job, because if you have been to the labor ward, if you know what women go through, it's a matter of life and death. And carrying two people in you, it is no joke. So it's not just the twins. The mom who had done the job should also be celebrated. It's not just the children that have come in. The one who did the yeoman's job, they'll say it's the man who put up the sperm, but who carried them for 9 months, showing them. I mean, everybody who had a part to play. I mean, once life has come into being, it calls for celebration.
For Zina, being a twin brings a uniquely indescribable experience and offers one a divine soulmate.
So growing up, we were regarded in our community as stars because we dress alike, we work together, we do almost the same thing together. And so when we go to the Makola market, you hear people asking, Hanwiji Molo, Hanjijinye, Evenovimi, in different languages because of how we carry ourselves.
In Accra, twin births in Ga tradition entails a set of 5 children born by same parents either through one delivery or over a period of time. Male twins are named Akwete and Akwete. Female twins are Akwele and Akwoko. When it is a male and female, Oko and Akwele. Additional names, Tawia, Ago, and Abang, are respectively given to other 3 siblings who follow the birth of the twins in succession. The bond and connection that exists between them is often special.
For my sister and myself, it was just a unique bond. We were so close, extremely close, that, you know, we have a remarkable ability to think alike. We could communicate, you know, with each other just by looking at each other's face. We know what we're saying to each other. We wake up and, you know, say the same thing at the same time, not knowing the other was going to say the same thing. We also tend to complete each other's sentences. This is something that our friends have noticed about us. Sometimes we wake up and I tell her, you know, I had this, before I would say I had this dream, she also will complete the dream, and it's the same dream I had.
Awonkolo Bibi explains why Friday is specially dedicated to them and on which a festival is held in their honor.
Amegbiji soha. Eja ke abafo oko, abafo akwete, abafo tayua abafo ago eka afo aban ewo ju ke jufo ke sho ke so a no ha afia me ni yeli hamu akebe aban ni jile na agbe leji so a ewo ke she so a esana ha me ni na meye.
In order to fully comprehend and appreciate the beliefs about twin births, one needs to fully follow the ritual and various stages of the ceremony the Gas celebrate with such panache to honor their twins.
Da so ha dani ho ni gan ba ye homowo neke gbeme yonyo ne ato ame kusun ajuwa ahame ni amejio nika agbe na alu ojo efen na chi asuo kolena.
The ceremony begins early morning in all the respective compounds where twins are born or reside. It initially involves the preparation of a herbal concoction called bawo and slaughtering of fowls to cleanse the twins. There's also a meal of mashed yam and eggs called oto and a rather simple ritual procession, but scary for the faint-hearted. This rite is indeed a spectacle worth every minute of a wait and wait. Traditionally, the Wulame, who are also known as priests, are the first to prepare the bawo before the various houses where twins reside can take their turn. Ga priestesses like Awon Kolobibi also plays a principal role. The bawo, believed to bring fertility, fruitfulness, long life, and well-being, is prepared in a bowl called sese. The herbs used in its preparation are about 11 different kinds, which include ntome, hinyaba, asresre, adidenkruma, nyanyra, adibli, adre, chalai, and tolile. As the priestess recites prayers, she carefully mixes these herbs with sea water, schnapps, and eggs. The egg must be one of the domestic hen. She then sacrifices 2 white fowls, slaughtering them one after the other, and throws each slaughtered fowl backwards, and the manner in which the fowl falls is very significant. The process is repeated. If both fowls fall on their bellies, it signals a bad omen. This is done upon an appeal by the priest or priestess for forgiveness of any shortcomings. Meanwhile, the twins are stripped and given a cleansing bath with a concoction and the fowls.
Wo no ne wonu wo flo wo kan amuji wo kaji omuji ya mehe na mehe ache no ne wo na yusu oba na kajuwa ha me blema no me samla be e wo ba no jino ni akajuwo aha me ko ka ba juwo epe o heche.
Celebrants and others can also participate in the purification rite and ask for fruitfulness and blessings from God.
Me for haji me yeyele ni me beba wa me shwane fe alo no fia no ni country no ba yue ko ke hemo ka yeli yue wo ba me be na fi ba she na kano no ta wo e ba me abo pepepe. No ne ona ke shika wo ba mi ni akejuo ko ba jue ekwela ota onoko ota obi alo ota onuchumo alo ota ofangbe nka shika ne hanye ko ni wasa afie no fiaro ni tawo mi ta ni nga afo ho aje ba afo mi ta onuchumo ba na mi ta ni wasa afi bene ya blochi bene ba she enwe o ya blochi enwe.
The priestess ends the entire rituals by offering prayers on behalf of the family, parents, and other siblings. The twins are now besmeared with white clay and powder to signify victory, purity, joy, and longevity. With the rites performed and prayers said, the families will cook, eat, rest, and prepare for the final activity of the day.
Abahoni ni abaje be anya mehi ame ho ame gboy ame na ke ba na ame ba anya ge ame ashu ame yi ahihye mo anya ame asoma ame awohye ame e wo ka ye ni efen agbena na ahya ne bi ame esa no wo ba atamuji emi no wo ba atadwo emi e wo be sana loju efen na aka na akole aboyo.
Before then though, the ladies, as always, are ready to spend to look good. The occasion brings about seasonal employment and stimulation of businesses in the microeconomy of the Ga traditional area. This is noted clearly on the streets, featuring several vendors with various products on sale. With dusk approaching, the twins and their relatives set out for the procession. The procession sees thousands of well-wishers, relatives and tourists line the streets, and like other festivals, this has enormous significance, preserving the rich Ga culture, promoting unity, providing means for income, and a boost to local tourism. An intense drama unfolds when the carriers of the Sese become possessed and move in an uncontrollable and frenzied manner.
Ame kodie no mene ewo ame hie na aju ekeni ka wo atelebo no be ame bombo helemo ewo ka bo teleko no brother na un teleko benye ba shi.
Like a giant python, the procession meanders its way through the milling crowd to the dam site, the Koli Lagoon. At the site, young folks are always ready and eager to feed off the money rendered in the Sese.
Chiba shwe na hala na kanshika moko fe moko ni ba akwa noko noko efele e ake sala ka fe mo no ya ke ko me fe mo nyu e ba e ja ke inje moko nweye e ko le anye bala ke hia na mi bi ye amentwa shi inje nyaunyeje wo fe wa achi wojo e wo hwe wa pe e wo ka wa pe wojo e chi mo ka hwe mo mi ke wo ya ke wo ba pe e ko me fe mo e ba.
The sights and sounds of this special Friday that heralds the Homowo festival will always evoke memories for many people who would always make the long journey into the center of the city for this celebration. Though widely cherished, not everyone embraces the tradition.
Some of the myths, I think they are just not so healthy for us, because with the advent of Christianity, some of these things, as much as you do it and it continues throughout your life, at a point you believe that, you know, you are serving two masters. They have some special rites they have to perform for twins. So we didn't go through it. And then the family and people around the community was like, why don't your children go through this rite? Because once you are a twin mother, you have to ensure that your twin children go through the rite, because it's something that is there, tradition.
Christopher nyobanye for haji. Je nyobanye for haji. Awusa nyobanye for haji. She no etwake won ni. Eja ake boy na me batobo. Onye ko ote ko ni be no ba ni me enyo to shi na shi obi a mesaneko. Ogbelo shi no oboto otumi. Onye ofe na kam. She ke oba bi amake na mo ametawo. Ingba ameje. Ni mi ni hu ame ba fe. Ewo ene no etwake won jamoni. Je won jamoni. Ko na gbo ni o serve gbo. O ale nu ejuwe. O ale ni eje. O ale ko fan ye kan. Oyo ya keshin ko fele ne ke ma jani bi ne fe kanoko ehien la won enye ken abo ake wo mi un bono fe mi e wo no ni yen ni nke dabo shine alo bono fe mi e sa yen wo bo won yura adun.
Zina lost her twin sister, which turned out to be a big blow for her and the family in view of the strong bond that existed between them.
In 2015, my sister fell sick and died. It was a very devastating moment for me, because as twins we were so close, and I know the whole Ghana know us Twins Foundation, and never in my wildest dream did I ever feel that I'll lose my sister, because we talk about the future, how we're going to even help twins continue our charity work till we get to 90, 100 years. We always think ahead of us that we're going to help people till that age. So it was very shocking to me. It was very traumatic, and especially she died right in front of me. It was something I just could not comprehend. It's difficult for me. I don't know what to say. It's very heartbreaking. You know, if you have a sister so close, you share the same umbilical cord, and your sister dies, I mean, it's difficult. When you lose a spouse, or either parent or a sibling, it's very difficult. But how much more you lose someone who is just like you, who share, you know, the same features as you, who is always by your side. You know, it was very difficult for me. I have to learn to live each day with that pain in my heart.
From the sad experience of her sister, she feels determined to advocate and create more opportunities for twin children.
Walking along the street of Accra and some major streets across the country, you will find twins begging on the street. And it's heartbreaking to me, because I'm a twin. I want them to grow up so that they can also contribute to the development of the country.
See them as normal babies, just that now you have two babies on your hand at a go to care for. So know that they are going to demand a lot from you. That the joy with which they receive these ones, they should exhibit the same joy to help care for them.
In spite of modernization, socioeconomic influences, and the influx of beliefs over the years, the cult of twins, celebrated annually with pomp and pageantry, has shown a remarkable capacity for survival.
Tradition is tradition. I mean, times have come. Even though, say, technology, we are going to a global, but I don't think it's all the custom that we have to let go. I mean, it brings us some beauty. It brings us, I mean, there are things we don't know about twins. So I'm sure those festivals will be ways to learn where we have come from, what was done in the past. I'm sure there are things we can pick up in our modern practice, which will go in a way to help us. So if you are somebody who does not understand when somebody carrying twins come to share some of the experience and you go like, where did you drop from? But I'm sure when you have had an opportunity to sit at some of these festivals, you might tend to understand where they come from. Because once you are having an encounter with somebody, know that even though it's an individual, he has a family, he has a community. There are rules, there are cultures that bounds their practice. So you can't just outrightly say no to whatever they are saying. But once you understand and you appreciate that cultural background, I'm sure there are things we can pick from them. So we can look back at it and then see how best we're able to turn them to make the best out of what we have.
The large numbers and increasing passion and excitement this cultural heritage engenders bodes well for posterity. Afi o, afi.